Hey, great Saturday evening. It is. It's been a crazy kind of weather day for the city of Brownsville. Hey, Eggman. Good morning. Been a crazy weather day in the city of Brownsville because this morning you thought you were looking outside the window. You thought it was like nighttime. It was so dark out there, and it was pouring rain. Louis, it's pouring rain like crazy. Hola, mata, my man. Still waiting for my cup of coffee, bro. Uh, Juan Maria Saucillo, ¿cómo estamos? It was crazy. Yeah, good evening. It was really crazy. I mean, thunder, lightning, dark. I mean, I thought it was going to last like all day or something. Hombre, by midday, boom, puro sun. Hey, Laura, how you doing? Um, hey, Victor. By midday, man, it was like summer, man. So hot, so humid, so hola, hola, Hilda. Jimmy! What's up, my man? Toscapinos. Oh, I love me some Toscapinos. Let me tell you, Toscapinos has this ribeye, uh, carpaccio de ribeye. That's what it's called, Carlos. So rico. Let me tell you, I could eat that all day, every day. Carpaccio. Uh, sí, ¿no? Carpaccio de ribeye. Algo así. Hey, Jimmy, noticing Frankie's haircut. Finally, good evening, Joe, my man. Frankie looking like fly to the haircut. Yeah, ribeye aguachile. That's what it's called. Man, that thing is good, 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 good. I could use some ribeye aguachile. That stuff is delicious. Se bañaron. Yo todavía no, pero parece que Frankie sí. Appreciate you. Hey, guys, just to start off real quick, and again, we'll try to go into this. Guys, hey, Liz. The numbers came in right before we came on. And again, 18 people tested positive in Cameron County. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait. Am I looking at the right one? Yes. Today's the 16th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for the city of Brownsville.
That's correct.
13 positives for the city of Brownsville. Hey, Eggman. Hey, Jessica, ¿cómo estás? Canina. What's the cheese with today? We'll see what comes up. Mug simpático. I thought it was me. Zach! Why don't you get Zach? Ask Zach if he'll come on, Frankie. Numbers can be at 5:30. 13 in the city. Jeez. Frankie, you looking good. Muy, yes, still dangerous out there. Yes, Lupita. 6 community transmission. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 community transmission. Hola, Alma. It's not a good thing, guys. I mean, it's not a good thing. Again, and does everyone grasp onto the concept of what community transmission is? They can't pinpoint where they got it from. Well, 13 yesterday, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 today. Today's the 16th.
Right.
Just today, 13 in the city of Brownsville. At 8, Susie. Good evening, my primo. Carlos se fue a date night. What up? Here working on teacher paperwork. Julie. It's crazy. Sorry that you're having to go through all that crap. Marta, buenas noches. Cindy Ariano. Um, ages range from 26 all the way to 74. And again, as someone mentioned right now, 6 community cases. It's not a good thing. 6 community cases, no bueno. Harlingen has a 29-year-old, 54-year-old, 53-year-old, 56-year-old. Harlingen is still not out of the woods. And Pobre Santa Rosa has 1. And that brings our total numbers in Cameron County up to 619. 398 recovered. I'm always getting slack because, oh, you never mentioned the recovered. I never mentioned the recovered because I still don't know what the recovered means. I lost track. There he goes. Diego Grimaldo, que ya mandaron los cheques. No cheque for you, Diego. Diego. Did we find out if anyone tested positive at HEB on Central? rumors, nothing concise. I hear you so stressful. I'm not stressful, guys. It's kind of funny, but I think I'm at that point where, I maybe I'm just frustrated. Like, people are just taking it como que si it's nothing, you know. And again, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. For me, it's very easy. I mean, in regards to shelter in place, I mean, it's not that difficult because I like to maintain my little quiet lifestyle. I like to go to the office. I like to go home. I like to go to the office. I like to go to the thrift store. I like to go to Walmart to do my shopping, and then come back home. That's all I do. Unless it's Friday night. Porque antes era viernes y Erasmo lo sabía. 619, 380 covered. So, what is the status of those that are infectious? You know, again, I'm going to say it to all these people that are out there. People are recovered. The stats are there. I'm going to say the same thing I've been saying for a while, guys. We still do not know what recovered means. It's just that simple. We don't know what recovered means. And again, with all the measures, when we were under the measures, it's BISD time. When we were under all the measures, guys, all the mandates, the restrictions, people were still not social distancing. They were still not wearing masks. They were out and about como que it was just a regular day. So now that there are no restrictions, no one cares. And no one cares. And again, I shared this morning. I'll share it again. Yesterday, we lost um, an elder's wife at the church, passed away from coronavirus. Her husband, our elder, passed away 2 weeks ago. Another friend of ours passed away today in Matamoros. We don't know if it was necessarily related to coronavirus. She had a lot of underlying illnesses. So again, problema con Matamoros is you just don't know. Matamoros is just very flaky in regards to reporting stuff. So maybe a lot more people have passed away from coronavirus that have not been reported. Maybe a lot of people have passed away and they just been labeled coronavirus and they're not. We just don't know. Si aquí no se sabe qué están haciendo la gente con temas allá. I still wear a mask. Yeah, and I'm doing my best to wear a mask every time I go into a public place. It's just that it just gets very discouraging to see people out there como si nada, and it's just, I guess it's just a personal choice. It's a safeguard to go to the thrift store. I hope you disinfect the store. I'm not sure. I'm sure that somebody does. Did you guys see this SPI fire? Yes, we actually talked about it this morning as it was going on. Happy birthday, Alan! I did tell you happy birthday this morning, no? Compadre? If not, happy birthday, my man. God bless. Don't hug or touch. I can't do it. It's too weird. Frankie, what do you think about the numbers?
Hi, how's it going, everybody? We keep on getting a rise in numbers. Surprisingly so, it wasn't no teenagers or children. Brownsville did get the majority this time, 13 out of the 18 positive cases. Ages ranging from 26 to 74. There was some community, some travel, and linked to previous cases. Cameron County is now at 619. Cases with 27 deaths. Again, we have previously talked about it, Erasmo. The more that Cameron County will be testing, the more positive results that we will have. And again, we keep on seeing how, we're not isolating, we're not trying to minimize that exposure to the community. We have people going out to the beach, businesses is opening up. So it is very telling so far. And again, just to reiterate, there are 300, close to 400 people who have recovered from this virus. That leaves 200 that are still in question. Again, but we have to remember, Erasmo, there is a small number, small minority of individuals who have been tested. So again, the longer we get a hold of the totality of it, I think we'll have a bigger grasp of what we're dealing with. But as of right now, with the situation in Tamaulipas and in Cameron County, it is very telling. There was an article that was posted. I think Joe Rodriguez and there was a Vela posted it in regards to the Texas numbers going up. So again, we're getting conflicting stories. Yesterday we posted how Galveston didn't see a rise in numbers. And our argument was that northeast Texas is a lot different than South Texas, which is a border town. So 600 right now at Asmo, it's not far fetched to say that we'll be in the thousands, maybe next month or the following.
I went to Sam's today. Some lady not respecting the social distancing right behind me in line. How do you tell someone to step away without sounding rude? I, that's another difficult situation because everyone gets offended. Uh, I guess the best answer is to say, "Hey, step away, lady." But people don't care. I went to Walmart. I tell you, there was a lady with 4 or 5 kids. The kids were everywhere. No mask, no protection, nothing. Everywhere, grabbing everything. And again, it's at that point that you start to feel frustrated. Today, my Ika and I were in Brownsville. I need to go to the HEB. She said, "Vamps, almost all the central for the first time. Me dio miedo and decided not to go." It is sad. Good evening. I think they lifted the shelter in place too soon. I think so too. Good evening, Luis. Luis. Uh, I think so too. I think again, but at this point, what can you do now? There's not much you can do except grin and bear it. As you know, could have, should have, would have. It's the done deal. And one of the things I think that Eddie Trevino, the county judge, made mention is that hopefully people will start take the responsibility into their own hands and do the right thing. I think he was just dreaming because people are not going to do the right thing. It's not going to happen. And again, I just want my regular life back. I want to be able to go sit at a restaurant, read a book, drink some coffee. I want to do the stuff that we used to do before. And unfortunately, the more that we don't social distance from each other, the more that we don't, stay away, stay home, uh, the longer it's going to be before we could actually get to do that. At least a year and a half. At least a year and a half. I mean, there's a lot of articles out there that make mention that say that people are working on the coronavirus vaccine and that they'll have it by December. I don't believe them. I just don't believe that they'll have it by December. Again, a lot of the things that are said out there in regards to uh, graduation, Lupita, ¿cómo está Lupita? And everything else, I just, como que a las personas les vale. And again, this is my concern. What people don't seem to understand is death is forever. A quarantine isn't. Look, my concern, guys, is that, again, I'm going to say there's no one that wants to come back to normality more than myself. I want to do the things that we were doing before. The thing is, again, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. 1,800 cases in the state of Texas. New Heights is open. It does not say something. It says a lot. Buenas noches. They're going to wait until the deaths are in the hundreds for people in the government to listen to the projectors. Now, people, yes, and I think what's going to happen, guys. We need more rain in the valley. Hola Esmeralda, ¿cómo estás? Ya está tarde. There are probably more since testing is not happening. Yep, anda la raza como si nada. Guys, it's going to happen. Y'all should have seen traffic in the island yesterday. It was past Laguna Vista at 10 p.m. What the heck are people doing out here? Taking the Rona to the island, bro, and to Port Isabel. That's what they're doing. Again, guys, it's not going to happen. People aren't listening. Again, and our elected officials, very few of them actually truly believe that this is not a hoax. Very few. And I'll give you an example. In the county commission, the only one we've actually heard from is the county judge. That's the only one that we've heard from, the county judge. The city commission, the only one that we've heard of and been very proactive is the mayor of the city of Brownsville, Trey Mendez. That's it. The rest of the commission have been silent. In regards to other leadership, TSC, haven't heard much from them. But again, they try to remain as quiet as possible most of the time. Who's checking the stores? If the stores, no one's checking the stores to see if they're following guidelines. No one. Everyone is probably like it's 1999. I know the song. And the navigational district, tampoco nada. But the one entity that has the most individuals under their care is the school district, and the school district just doesn't care. They do not care. They don't care that students have tested positive. They don't care that teachers, personnel have either tested positive or have family members that have tested positive or know people that have tested positive. They just don't care. They don't care, and it's very very evident. Estará machados. There's a lot less people today. Might have been the fire. It made national news, and yeah, the fire actually probably deterred some people from actually going. HEB is full of people like if there was no such thing as a virus. 100%. Ignorance is deadly as the virus. Rain today, mosquitoes tomorrow, and according to John, those are killer mosquitoes. They're going to kill Juan, Pedro, and Pablo, and 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 there are going to be more deaths from the mosquitoes than there were from the Rona. I don't know, John. We'll see what happens. I'm waiting for those deadly mosquitoes to come and take me away. Texas-sized mosquito, John, where are you? If you're having a cookout right now, I'm going to be very PO'd and overpaid superintendent. Well, again, it's at that point that yeah, somebody had posted up here, and I'm going to say it, and it sounds medio gacho, but it's not until someone's family member dies that they're going to take some type of action. It's like, again, I'll give you the analogy of the city of Brownsville. The city of Brownsville, when you see a haircut, Eduardo, how you doing, Eduardo? When you see someone has an accident at a certain corner, people ask, are they going to put up a single light there? And most people said, nope, no single light. Another person dies. Nope, no single light. Thank you. Eduardo, jumbo just Chinese mosquitoes. People walking their strides but with masks in their hands instead of wearing them. Yeah. Nice hair. So anyway, so doesn't much matter. It's not important. And again, uh, it's going to be till someone has a loved one that passes away that these people are going to take action. It takes 3 accidents in one corner for them to put up a street light. The same thing's going to happen here. It's going to be 3, 4, 5 deaths, maybe more, before anyone takes any action. I got a notice welcoming my kid to middle school saying that they're working on options for part-time schedules, full-time schedules, and even the option to learn from home. What do you think of this option? This was from Luso Middle School. I truly believe that working from home is the only option. Well, the only let me correct that. The it has to be part of the equation. Either it's full time work, online studies, and they start working to perfect it, or it's going to be a hybrid where part of the individuals go to classes, part don't go to classes. Some have the option of going in the mornings, some might have the option of going in the afternoons. But with that type of schedule, what are you going to do about our teacher population? Are we going to have the need for all those population out there? They don't realize that it happens in the house, exactamente, because we have become complacent, and that's the word. This time that you're campaigning up in Brownsville, a bunch of other campaign signs. Not yet. June. Guys, we've become very complacent. And again, why can't we? There's that air on the side of caution. There's no airing on the side of caution here, none whatsoever. They've already decided, and again, more power to the people. Again, they put up the guidelines in regards to graduation. Graduation doesn't sound to me, at least on paper. Saludos, Gabriel. Uh, we're just going to wrap up the week. Justin. Hola, Mary Rose. Gabriel. Again, guys, it's the graduation. It doesn't look like, at least on paper, doesn't look like a regular graduation to me. Does it look like a graduation to anyone? They're going to use the whole field. Everyone está estar desparramado. There's going to be no contact, no picture taking, no nothing. So, what's going to happen? I mean, people are going to be very, very upset with the whole deal. It's not going to be a good thing. Is reopening worth the risk? Is it too early? People are going to die for no reason. But who cares right now? Superintendent doesn't care. The district, the school board doesn't care. The city commissioners don't care. No one cares right now. Great looking bookshelf, Frank.
Thanks, Erasmo. We have the president of the United States saying that he wants to open up schools again. So that rhetoric is being used right now. The governor, or certain governors, are listening, unfortunately. But again, um, we won't see the totality for another 2 to 3 weeks. It's unfortunate that these people haven't seen what's out there. Texas is getting a large amount of positive cases. We have Matamoros. So, we have 2 weeks from our first graduation. I'm curious, Erasmo, to see how the community is going to respond. Do you think that the community is going to come out in full force? Now, let's say there's what's the smallest school of graduates? Would you say Lopez has what, 400, 500?
Lopez probably has like maybe three.
400 at the most. So, times two, that's 600 people, 700 people maybe. Out of those 700 people, including the people who are preparing for it, how many of those people are going to go? It's just so many questions that are left unanswered. But that's what I'm curious to see what the community's thought is. Again, we've been getting some backlash as to, oh, you guys are just don't want these students to walk the stage and live out that milestone. So I myself, I'm going to see throughout the duration of the week for each school that has graduation what the turnout is going to be. Again, we've been saying how the medical experts have been saying that it's not feasible or the right time to have a large amount of people in one place. So we're going to have anywhere from 500 maybe to 800 people scheduled to be at these graduations. So I'm curious to see how the community is going to turn out for these events.
Hannah has over 600 graduates, I imagine.
Wow.
If they haven't reopened the state or nation's capital for tours, why should they open schools? Because our kids are expendable. And look, Paul, and I agree with Paul. Yeah, Bex is the smallest school. Sorry, you're right. Paul, I agree with opening up the economy. I don't agree with opening up the schools the way they want to open them up. I don't think graduation is the right move. I think it's a mistake, and I think a lot of people that actually go are going to find out that it's a mistake. But it is what it is, guys. I mean, those are the individuals that are in leadership right now. They're going to make the decisions, and again, it's going to cost them. Again, in regards to financial sacrifice, there's no financial sacrifice. I mean, we are the richest country in the world. And by that, I'm not saying like keep everything closed. I'm saying is open responsibly. There's ways to open responsibly. We have not opened responsibly. That is an issue. There's Carlos. Carlos, I thought you were out and about and on a date or something. Le vale todo. Dr. McCormick, the virus guy, was large gathering were not a good idea. Well, what's amazing, and that's because this idea of graduation is not good at all. It isn't. But 2 days for family, they stop to think of parents. We have divorce. The truth is, we've been saying this for weeks already. It's not a good idea, and there's going to be a lot of very upset people. All it takes is one sneeze by one person who has it, and it's just asymptomatic, carried by the wind and breathed. Yeah, it's kind of amazing because some of the things that was coming out. Hey, my man, I love you. You're kidding. Marana. One of the things that what really trips me out, guys, is that the president is out there being very nonchalant. And let me tell you, I like Puppy Trump. I like Puppy Trump who sends me checks. I love Puppy Trump. I've only had one parent concerned about graduation. Our superintendent is taking her every precaution measure. Yeah, but you only have like 10 graduates. Yeah. Oh, 160. My bad. I thought like 10 or 12. You can have those in my house. You're at home with a wife and kids. Okay, graduation should be that the kids drive up to school, pick up the diploma, and go home. Preach, sister. Mama is behind you. I know. Está terca. Mama! Marrana. Kat has something to say too. Aren't you on debt worldwide? That's not a good thing. My grandson who attends Texas Tech is having a virtual graduation. Yeah, man. That's all you have to do. No, guys, it doesn't make much sense at all. Any sense at all. It trips me out about President Trump is that again? I love President Trump that gave us Papi Trump checks. A parade graduation was my choice. Parade graduation was my choice 100%. Basically going to this district because they okay. Papi Trump. Papi Trump is out there trying to dictate to the scientists and to the doctors what is best for the country. And I'm sorry, guys. I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat or an independent. I don't care what you are. I'm not going to take the word of the president. I don't care if he's Obama, or if he's Trump. If Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx are saying graduation is a bad idea, I'm going to stick to the experts that say that graduation is a bad idea. Obama says U.S. lacks leadership in the virus virtual. Yeah, but come on, man. Obama's just as bad. And I know a lot of people are out there. Oh, Obama was the greatest president. Obama was just as bad, man. I mean, they all suck. Now he's out there talking. I can't stand them all. I hate them all. I heard we're getting another check. No, we are not. But I hope we do. Maybe I should stop talking bad about Puppy Trump. The House voted for the measure. It will not pass the Senate, and the president has already said he will veto. If people value their life and the life of their loved ones, they don't. They should not go to graduation. They will. And just either pick up their diploma or have it mailed to their house. The best option. There will be a parade for Hannah on Monday. Yes, awesome parade. Dejas. Hey, we're supposed to have lunch, breakfast this week. Stick to the experts. Well, one of the things that I want to, besides sticking to the experts, un papi más y me voy. Papi más. No puppies, no puppy Trumps. Obamacare, yeah, Obamacare versus disaster. Déjame a mi Obama. Yeah. Obama y Jimmy sitting in a tree. Kissing. First comes Obamacare, then comes Jimmy Care. Where has it? The vaccine will be ready before the end of the year. Oh, we got Zach Attack. No pictures, Zach Attack. Papi, Matthew, no te vayas. I'm just joking. Remember the Hannah streaker? Oh, God. He should run. I thought we had a Porter streaker. I know in Porter we had a streaker. But I haven't even gotten the first check yet. Zach, can you hear us, Zach?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I just didn't want to turn the camera on. I look like garbage. I just finished taking a nap.
Zach Attack!
What up, E-Man?
What's up? Why haven't you been on, bro?
Why haven't I been with you guys?
Yes!
Oh, no offense, man. Weren't you banned for like a month?
Yeah, but we were still doing it on my other pages.
Oh, well, I didn't see you on your other pages.
Oh, well, you see? You should be following me everywhere.
You see, you got zucked. The Zuckerberg took you down, man.
Damn Zuckerberg, bro. So, Zach, how have you been, man?
I've been doing pretty good. It's just a lot of stuff to take in on a daily basis when it comes to, like the COVID things. I'm still staying at home personally. I don't know about you guys, but the hardest thing is just getting people to understand about the masks, because they're saying masks don't work, and it's not that the mask protects you; it's that the mask protects other people from you. I don't know. Let's see how trash do I look right now? Not that bad.
No, you look good, bro.
I look that fine.
For Saturday, you look amazing.
For Saturday, considering I just woke up, yeah.
I date you.
Let me get my lights on. Well, you'd be the only one during this COVID environment. Yeah, that'd be dating me. Not that. Not that I get dates regardless.
Everybody who's joined in, this is Zach from Hidalgo County. He comes out on 710 Curve, the Valley's News talk station. So how's it going, Zach? How's Corona in Hidalgo County right now?
Frankie, my man. Hey, listen, there's no Hidalgo County report today. They said no report. They sent us an email about it. So we don't know. But as far as I remember, if I can just give me a second to check yesterday's report. Yesterday's report, we had a good number of recoveries, and I think there's only a handful of people in the hospital right now. I think there's only 3 in intensive care over in Hidalgo County. But otherwise, honestly, the biggest struggle that I have is getting people to understand the thing about the masks, to be honest. Like, I don't care about if you wear it in your car, or if you're outside and you don't wear it. That's fine. But the people that are at the stores that aren't wearing the mask, you guys are the
No.
morons.
Well, it's crazy, man. I mean, again, look. I have trouble wearing the mask because of my glasses thing.
Yeah.
But I still wear it anytime I walk into a store, walk into a place, a business where I'm going to encounter a lot of other individuals. It's just that simple. Do I like wearing a mask? Sure as heck no.
Look at my hair. What's going on with my hair here? Frankie, how you doing?
You've been called a caveman. You've been called a Viking on here.
Been called a lot of things.
Voice.
Well, there's a reason for the whole radio voice thing. Just letting you know. Just a little heads up.
Es un tantito.
Frankie, I feel bad. Last time I was on, I didn't get to hear from you much, man. What's up with you, dude?
Oh, no worries, man. I come on. I don't come on as often, but when I do, I'm very precise. So no, but it's been a while. The last time you were on here, I think it was early April, if I'm not mistaken. It was during the day. Hey, Zach, and that was a time where Erasmo and I were going on 4 times a day, brother.
Yikes! I don't know how you guys did it.
Hey, there was so much content. There was so much going on at that time. The COVID crisis was still fresh. So we were pumping out as much material as possible. And, the impressive part was that, the community, all in all, stuck with us. So, but yeah, it's been a while. Glad to see you back. What's the expectation over there? When do you plan on going back to work, if you have any idea?
That's a good question. The talks are pretty much we're staying at home as long as we can for as long as we can.
Wow.
Yeah. The report that I got from yesterday from Hidalgo County, they had 8 new cases yesterday. Their total is 425. There's 16 in area hospitals, 3 are intensive care, and there were 11 people released from isolation yesterday, and that's 253 released total. I honestly, listen, I feel good about those numbers. And honestly, I really feel like people just need to wear the mask when they're in crowds. I was at Five Below in Edinburgh yesterday. I went to go pick up a litter box for my cat at Petco, and it's at that shopping mall in Edinburgh by on Trenton and the Expressway. And the people that were at Five Below, there was a line outside. Nobody was wearing a mask. They weren't even separated. And you know the stores that are separating because, like I said, when I went to Petco, people were outside. They were respecting the social distancing. At Five Below, nobody cared. People were in a crowd in mass in front of the entrance outside of Five Below. And there were a ton of cars out there. So I'm happy that, people are spending the money that they claimed that they didn't have when they were on lockdown. But
Erasmo mentioned day before yesterday, how we saw large crowds at Ross, I think, or Marshall's. So, we are seeing the social distancing not being implemented by us. So, and how's everybody over there? For the most part in Hidalgo, is everybody good about wearing their masks and have they been policing themselves?
For the most part that I've seen, yeah. I went to HEB to pick up my curbside on Friday. It was packed. I didn't go inside, obviously, but from the people that were going in and from the people that were coming out, a vast, vast majority of them were wearing the mask, which made me feel good. I mean, listen, the people that are anti-mask and the people that are, we got to open up the economy because we're losing money, we're losing jobs. Guys, if you don't realize this, the people that don't wear the masks and the people that are super spreaders are the people that are going to keep the economy closed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're contributing to your own problems here.
Well, yeah, and I agree with you, man. I have a lot of friends out here that are going, no, the economy, it's all about it. Guys, if more and more people start to pass away, more people start testing positive, we're not going to have an economy, period. And then we're running the risk of going back into lockdowns lickety split. I mean, sooner than anyone could have ever expected to begin with. But I'm at that point, Zach, where I'm feeling like, and I was telling people earlier, I'm feeling just sort of like a little frustrated because even people in leadership here, they tend to they've gone out there and declared that it's a hoax. That's all suddenly going to disappear, and in 3 weeks we won't have any more corona. And our school district, and I think the school districts up there in Hidalgo as well, they're planning to have graduation. What's your take on graduation, man?
Oh Lord, are they doing the drive-through thing over there? Or are they putting people in sites? I heard Edinburgh was going to put people in the football stadium.
Same thing here.
Oh Lord. Okay, so there's some caveats that we did learn about the virus over the past several weeks. Humidity kills it. UV rays, the sun, heat kills it. So I don't have a huge problem about people being outside without a mask with it. But the problem happens when you have a large group of people exhaling. You spread the virus through talking, the spray that comes out of your mouth when you're talking, when you're breathing, coughing, sneezing. That's why you wear the mask. So if you're asymptomatic and you're not wearing the mask, you're going to be spraying it to everybody.
Yeah.
So you get those people outside, and I don't know. I honestly can't remember, and I don't think they said how long it takes for the sun and the humidity to choke out the virus when it's out there. But when you get people in that thick of a concentration, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, if the sun is out or not.
Well, so in Edinburgh, they're going to have in-person graduation. What is your take on us going into having all these large crowds out there?
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know what it's going to look like when they actually get out there. What kind of spacing they're going to have. I don't know if they're going to skip rows. I know they're only limited to 2 people. I think maybe 2 tickets per student. I think is what they're going to do. Don't quote me on that because I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. But if it's done properly, it'll be safer than what it could have possibly been. Though I do really like the idea of drive-through. Just give me the. Listen, let me tell you something. Half the kids don't want to do the graduation ceremony in the first place. They hate it. They don't want to sit down and wait for 200, 300, 400 people to say their name and be sitting there the whole time. They don't care. Just give me the piece of paper and get out of there.
Well, and see that's my take on it. And I've been trying to tell people, and I was talking to people this week. I went to I went to Jack in the Box for my egg roll and my taco. And one of the guy at the drive-through. Well, let me tell you, Jack in the Box is the best restaurant to eat fast food.
Yes,
they are amazing.
No argument here, bud.
Amazing. So, and one of the kids, one of my graduating kids, is out there at the drive-through. He says, "Sir, what's up with the?" I said, "Guys, they're going to have you guys." I said, "But I'm going to tell y'all one thing. The problem, Zach, is that our leadership is letting them know, we're going to have a graduation, and they're letting them believe that and making their minds to have these expectations that they're actually going to have a graduation as they've been accustomed to seeing for years."
You're talking about the school board, right?
Yeah, the school board and the administration at the district.
Has the county judge said anything about this?
They have just washed their hands on it. They've been the Pontius Pilate of it all. Those egg rolls are amazing. I love the and the tacos. Let me tell you, people coming on. Yes,
Erasmo's got his priorities straight.
They said, "You know what? We're just going to let it." Yes, Zach, you're totally right. I was just going to get that paper, guys. Zach, and I tell people, get it out of your mind, because if you think in your head, "Oh, my older brother, my primo had a graduation. Everyone was out there together. They were all hugging and kissing and taking pictures." They've already said no pictures. They've already said no grabbing, no touching, no nothing together. So what's going to happen? And also you can only take you have 2 tickets for 2 people. So a lot of the divorce rate up here is like 80%. 80% of the people here are divorced, maybe 90 or 100 almost.
Yeah.
So you're talking about double family homes. And a lot of the step parents have come, "Hey man, I've raised these kids since they were like 5, 6 years old. And I won't be able to go to their graduation because the deadbeat dad over there wants to go, or the dad who's already been married wants to go, and his wife can't go to the graduation either." So you're going to have a lot of pissed off people out there. Besides having a lot of pissed off people out there, won't be picture moments like they've been before. They won't be throwing the cap up in the air. There's going to be nothing like that. It's going to look nothing like a graduation, except it's a picture moment for the board and for administration. But not even that. They're all going to have their face covered. So what are y'all doing? It's just going to look totally different. So all those expectations, all those people that, "Oh, my graduation, great memories." There's no memories.
Guys, it's 2020. Just Photoshop all your friends together in your graduation outfits. That's all you got to do. It's not that hard.
I mean, even I can do that, man. Kind of messily, but even I can do it. I mean, you should see the pictures that I put of you and me together, Zach.
Oh, yeah. We're best of friends.
It just doesn't make any sense, man. And besides that, it's what you mentioned as well. Besides all that, besides your expectations being shot to hell, well, you also run the risk of, grabbing something up in the air and taking it back home to grandma and grandpa, who you're going to go see after you drive off the stadium because they weren't allowed to come into the stadium. So what's going to happen is you got mommy and papi or mommy and stepmommy or whatever going to the graduation. People are going to be coughing and spitting, and air is going to be going all over the place where you're going to have 2,000 people up there at Sam Stadium. And then all those people are going to rush up to their car, pick up their kid, and drive home as soon as they walked off the stage because they're not going to stay there afterwards. And then those people are going to go home to take it to grandma and grandpa and tío and tía at the pachanga that's waiting for them at home for the graduation party. We're never getting out of it.
The thing that's triggering me, and I hate using that word, though I low-key love using that word, triggering, is the people that in the Facebook comments that I see everywhere complaining about how that the county judges went for this huge power grab. We're talking Hidalgo and Cameron County, like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. And they're calling them like dictators and stuff like that, But what I did see was in the case of the nursing home in Brownsville, Spanish Meadows, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Somebody legit said they didn't do enough to stop the crisis that's about to happen at Spanish Meadows in Brownsville. Like, guys, come on, make up your freaking minds already.
Yeah, decide.
And this is what we talked about before when I was here. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. If the county judges didn't do anything, and we're here up like 10,000 dead in each county, I guarantee you the pitchforks and the torches would have been out for the county judges. You all didn't do enough for us.
Exactly. Mr. Castro, what do you think about Joe Biden? Joe Biden can't remember where he was this afternoon. Joe Biden doesn't know if it's Tuesday or Thursday. Joe Biden needs to respond to that lady that's making those accusations, and I'll tell you why. I mean, I don't know if you're pro Joe Biden. I don't know if you're pro Joe Biden or against Joe Biden, but I'll tell you what I feel. I mean, the way that they went after that Justice Kavanaugh is the same way that I want them going after Biden.
No, dude. Dude, Joe Biden, I feel so bad for him because there's no way you can beat a president, a current sitting president that's up for re-election, running a campaign from your basement. There's no way on earth you can do that. And these terrorist things are not helping him at all.
No. But I mean, guys, again, I don't have anything personal against him. I mean, I've only met him twice. I have nothing personal against Biden. Nothing. But
what do you think, Frankie?
I want him to be treated equally as Kavanaugh was treated. I want them to scrutinize every single thing that he said, every single thing that he did, everything that happened 20, 30 years ago. I want it brought forth. If they had beer pong, if they didn't have beer pong like Kavanaugh.
Did they play quarters? That's what I want to know.
Everything.
How did Joe get close to Tara in the first place?
Okay.
Was it Devil's Triangle too? Was that how they did it?
Joe Biden is a career politician. He's been on the Senate for many, many years. I don't really see him or ever heard of him taking a hard stance on anything. He just ridden that political wave of doing nothing, of being complacent. Again, he's not going to win, in my opinion. It's hard for an incumbent, to lose, much less while there's a pandemic where you can't have rallies, you can't have political functions, you can't have hip hop hurrahs. So Joe, unfortunately, is a sitting duck. He's banking on Obama's support and all the Democrats who love Obama to come out. It's going to be interesting to see who he appoints as a VP. Obviously, it's going to be a woman. There's been talks about Michelle. There's been talks about Harris, the ex federal prosecutor,
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. So we'll see how it goes. But as of right now, unless something drastically happens during President Trump's administration, I don't think he has a problem leading up to November.
That Joe Biden takes an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes. And that's without the commercials. What about Trump's way. Oh, I mean, I'm not.
Yo,
not-
if those were that big of a deal, Trump's sexual assault cases, they would have prosecuted him already and during the first election. I don't know why they're bringing that up now. He's already been president for 4 years, dude. Come on, man, get with it.
Yeah, I mean, he got elected, and you know what? Let me tell you, as someone who has been at the forefront of being accused of hell and a half, let me tell you, the guy got elected. The guy got elected. He is everyone's president here in the United States. Everyone's president in the United States. I don't care what he said he grabbed or what he didn't grab. I just don't care. And I'm for president.
You bring that up. Wow. That's funny.
Your puppy Trump has been accused of sexually assaulting over 25 women. He's probably gone to court for most of them, paid a bunch of them off. Guy's smart. 11 for la. Anyway, going back to, I hope I answered the Biden question. Is everyone comfortable with like what he grabbed?
He grabbed the White House. That's what he did.
He grabbed the White House away from Hillary. Hillary Clinton. Let me tell you, there was no way in hell I was ever going to vote for Hillary Clinton. Ever.
The Teflon Clinton.
Never in my life. I mean, I would rather shoot myself, or she would probably have me commit suicide. And never would I have ever voted for Hillary Clinton. And I would have preferred Bernie. I like Bernie. I mean, very, very socialist, very left.
I too like free stuff.
I like free stuff. I like Puppy Trump's Jack. So
he probably would have had a better shot of beating Trump. In my opinion,
yeah,
than
I
Biden.
think so. He would have been harder to take over because Bernie Sanders is not going to do it to himself like Joe Biden is.
No,
easy.
I think it would have been a better fit if what's his name? Bernie Sanders would have been the nominee. But again, they stole it from him again. They stole it from him in 2016, and they stole it from him again in 2020. Guys, they rigged it. I'm sorry, Lupita. I just don't like Biden. Don't like Biden. Again, I would have preferred Bernie Sanders to go against Trump.
No, you know what the funniest thing is, though, is that the Me Too people are literally turning a blind eye to Joe Biden just because he's running against. They hate Donald Trump so much they're willing to give up the whole Me Too movement for Joe Biden. Like that's the most amazing thing to me.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny because the Me Too movement, you know, was like and you know that one reached its peak, and then as soon as Joe Biden started to go, you know, that's like me after 3 seconds.
Like I don't mind the movement if there's just consistency, continuity to it.
Yeah, no, be fair. I mean, be fair about it. If you're so disgusted with the Me Too stuff and everything, I mean, I'm all for it. Again, I will believe the woman. I will believe the woman. I will give her the opportunity to throw everything out there and have anyone and likewise men, because people seem not to know that us men get sexually assaulted as well, get sexually harassed as well. Let me tell you, I'm a victim.
Is he memeing right now, Frankie?
I've had people.
Is he memeing right now?
He's trolling right now.
I can't tell.
I've had people make passes at me, guys. Really, a lot of people out there make passes at me. Grab me inappropriately, and I'm a victim too. George Bush did that to me. I don't like any of them. Trump, Biden, Sanders, Clinton.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Erasmo too. Me too.
Yo, Frankie, is that your real background this time, Frankie?
What's that?
Is that your real background this time? Or is that another picture?
Nah, I have many backgrounds.
You have many backgrounds?
I got a big house.
You know what's funny though? Okay, I saw Obama today come out on something saying that the president was there was no leadership and stuff like, and I think I look better than President Obama. I mean, he looked pretty bad. he looked pretty beat up. I mean, I don't know if he was getting ¿Dónde te tocaron, Erasmo? I can't say, or else I'll get blocked. I'll get thrown in Facebook jail again. President Bush.
You know what? There's going to be a lot of copycats now. You better watch it.
Okay,
They're going to see you're in high demand.
They touch me. Obama looked so bad. I mean, really, he looked like really old and really acabado. Poor Obama. They want their slice of cheese. I took my cheese wheeze. Did you visit Zion? Zion, frankly. You're too fast on your scooter to hear.
What's the scooter reference to?
Wow, my screen name wasn't made because of the movement.
Oh.
No, it's all right.
Okay, that's not what I meant when I said it. Okay, I wasn't referring to you when I brought it up. Okay, don't feel bad.
No, again, with Kavanaugh's thing, I gave that Ford lady the benefit of the doubt. I want to hear her, and then when she came on, and I started to listen to her, and I'm going like, no, she's lying. Inconsistencies. Couldn't remember. And let me tell you guys, that's the kind of stuff you don't forget. How about Andrew Cuomo for president? Andrew Cuomo is too much of a whiner. You know what?
Go ahead.
I want the presidents to come back. And I might get in trouble for this. I like Ronald Reagan. I love me some Ronald Reagan. I guess I shouldn't say this, but I love me some John F. Kennedy. I mean, you're talking about presidents that act presidential. That make the big old decisions. I didn't like Lyndon Baines. I sure as heck. I sort of like Richard Nixon at first. I like Richard Nixon. I definitely hated Gerald Ford and Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter. But Ronald Reagan, John F. Kennedy, Ronald Reagan.
Well, I wasn't alive, so I couldn't tell you anything. I couldn't tell you one way or the other. The ones I was alive for, they all suck. How about that?
Really?
I didn't like Bush. I didn't like Obese. I didn't like what's his name? The one before that, Clinton. I was a little bit too young to keep track of Clinton, but apparently his wife was having a hard time keeping track of him too.
Oh yeah, he said the folks. Are the two taco trucks out and about? Is that they are mega essential.
You know what? I was in Willacy County 2 weeks ago. Right now, to their credit, they've only got a handful of cases. You can count them in like one hand.
No, they only have a handful.
There was a taco stand or a raspa stand, or I don't know what it was, when I was driving out of Lyford, and the police was there. They were picking up a snack or whatever. Two of them right next to each other like this, and not a mask, no nothing. Their heads were sticking inside the stand and everything, breathing on everybody, breathing on all the food. Okay, guys, you want to keep those numbers down or not?
Well, you only have like 6 families in all of Stark County anyway. Half of them are drug dealers.
We'll see, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Whereas and the other half,
and they're all at the 8-liners.
Yeah, and the other half are smugglers. They take people across the Quinena. So it's kind of hard, not to get someone. And then if anyone does have corona, they'll probably bury them in their backyard, so that no one will find out. But I did hear that they had was it 11-year-old or 5-year-old? 11-year-old that tested positive, and they can't figure out where he got it. Isn't that crazy? Did you know that Andrew Cuomo is married to the daughter of Robert Kennedy? Wow, I like him a little bit less now because I wanted her for me. Best show this week, Paul. Thanks, Paul. What are martial arts gyms going to open on Monday? Monday, the martial arts gyms open.
No, he's asking how are they going to social distance with grappling? Because grappling, oh Lord, can you imagine?
Well, you see, again, then you're going back into sports. People are actually talking about bringing back sports. And look, baseball, there's not that much contact in baseball unless you're going to touch someone, unless you're going to pat someone in the butt, which that's what baseball is, patting people on the butt. But so that's about as much social contact as you have in baseball. But think about football and basketball. How in the world is anyone planning to bring back football and and basketball. And Paxson, is it Paxson, was out there saying that uh, was it Fauci doesn't know anything about sports. He shouldn't be out there dictating. We're like,
Oh
dude,
yeah, that was Ken Paxton.
the guy's a scientist, a doctor, renowned. He's dedicated his life to it, and you're going to second guess anything that he gets out there. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh
I mean,
no, he's a part of the conspiracy. He's part of the New World Order and the Bill Gates murder vaccine. I know you all have heard about these conspiracy theories, man. Don't back off on me now.
all of us.
That's why people hate him, because he's now the new face for the New World Order. They want the mandatory vaccines, and they're going to secretly kill all of us with these mandatory vaccines.
It's crazy.
That's why they're
going
resisting him, and they
they're
think
going
he's like single-handedly masterminding the economy tanking.
Yeah, they're going to inject little computers into your body so that they'll be able to find out everything about you. I mean, guys, Bill Gates is the 666, the Antichrist or something. Yeah, I'm tired of those guys. Please, goodness
Oh
gracious.
Lord!
If
And Erasmo, could you bring me up very quickly? I want to show you something.
hey, oh, you mean screen?
Yes.
Oh, I can't see that bottom part. It's not 99% though. That's the thing.
Oh,
we have a post here by the school board president for BISD. She posts a meme. Let me back up very quickly. It only took a virus with a 99% survival rate to convince Americans to give up their rights. What's y'all's take on that? A sitting school board member, Zach.
Yeah. I don't want to do it to him. They're
I'll
doing it.
She's the one, and just to give you a little background, Zach, she's the one that went out there and said this is a hoax. It's a hoax. And then
Really?
Yeah. Then last week she said, "Oh, guys, this virus, in 3 weeks it could just disappear, magically, just gone, and we don't know anything about the virus. It could be
if
gone."
we did everything we were supposed to do a month ago, yeah, this virus would have already been gone. If everybody had just shut up and listened, we would have been done with this by now. Look at South Korea. You know what I mean? South Korea had 0 cases for the longest time. Then one guy decided to go clubbing, and they had to shut everything down in the clubbing area. He got in contact with, I think, 2,000 or 5,000 people going clubbing, and the South Korean government had to literally track everybody down on their cell phone, because they have that kind of tracking technology over there, and tell everybody, hey, some guy who tested positive was in your area that night y'all went clubbing. So they had to do a lot of contact tracing. Huge deal.
So Zach is a sheep. He looks like a
I look like a lot of things. A sheep ain't one of them.
sheep herder. The sheep herders.
Go lick a handrail, buddy, and then tell me how much of a sheep I am.
Y'all don't remember wrestling the sheep herders? Y'all remember the sheep herders? No? My God, the sheep herders, I guess they thought they were from New Zealand or something, but they would come out going like that. Is anyone out there remember the sheep herders? They were amazing. If we go from then into 3-week numbers, we'll be way, way worse. Yeah, she's that stupid. She's that stupid, that ignorant, but
The thing is, though, is that the survival rate is not 99%. Like, I don't understand why people keep throwing that number around. It was the deaths from COVID-19 are way higher than the ones that we had for the flu. The CDC put out the numbers that the flu season from October of last year through April of this year was about 60, maybe 70. The highest estimation they had was 80 flu deaths, right? So if you think about it, the flu had a 4-month head start on COVID-19, and it still killed less people.
Yeah.
Than what COVID did in 2 months, 3 months here in the United States.
2.5 months. I actually have lost track. I didn't even know it was started today. So it's just it's very, very hard to keep track of the days. I forgot how many weeks have gone by with it, but we've had it for 5-6 weeks already.
Yeah, and those are the numbers the CDC put out.
It's crazy. You look like a mighty bison.
The mighty bison.
Thank you, Eduardo. Love you, Eduardo. I actually saw Eduardo this week. I went to drop off a book at his house. I don't know. I just don't see us going anywhere out of this anytime soon. Hidalgo's death rate, death numbers are inching up there. I mean, we've surpassed them like crazy, folk. We're at 26, man. 26. We had those two outbursts at Harlingen, the Veranda, and Windsor Atrium, and now Spanish Meadows. We've got 6 people at Spanish Meadows that have tested positive. And one of the guys at one of the other nursing homes here in Brownsville, Solara, passed away. So it's good. It's a lot more interesting down here than it is up there in Hidalgo County for y'all, I guess.
Well, it is, and it kind of isn't. What's good is that we've got a lot more testing than we did a month ago, right? That's a good thing because we can actually tell now. So you've got the amount of people that have died from COVID. You got the amount of people that we know have COVID, and then you've got like this number of people who we don't know, and they probably don't know have COVID. And that's the kind of number that we need to tap into because we don't have any idea. You're talking about these people that got community spread in Brownsville. Today there was six cases that are community spread. They don't know where they got it from. One guy was travel based. I mean, there's still people traveling. You know what I mean? And like I said, to address David and Elizabeth, I don't have a huge problem with people opening up businesses again. I don't have a huge problem with people being outside. I don't got a huge problem with people going to the beach or whatever. I don't have a huge problem with that. I have a problem with the people that fight the masks. And I've said this the entire time I've been here. You know what I mean? The whole point of Greg Abbott opening up the state again and saying y'all can start shopping again, the whole premise behind his plan was we were going to keep social distancing and we were going to keep wearing the mask. It's outlined in the governor's plan for Texas. Every business that's open, every individual in Texas is to take the personal responsibility to protect your other Texans by wearing the freaking mask. And people are just discarding that information. Interestingly enough, from Abbott's audience, the people who love and worship Greg Abbott are listening to none of the guidelines that he put out in keeping us safe.
But I think my issue is then you get some contradictory statements. But they're saying, wearing masks is important, but then there are no consequences for not wearing masks.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And all these people here, I mean, and these are friends of mine, and I love them.
The thing is, do we really need to have penalties? I mean, we're adults, and the people that were crying about their businesses being closed and stuff are saying, we're grown adults, we can do what we're supposed to do to keep people safe and clean and stuff. And then you go and you got people that aren't wearing the mask. Listen, going back to what I said about HEB and other businesses, people that don't want to wear the mask, people talk about capitalism and people talk about people will flock to the businesses that practice these safe measures. The businesses that people don't feel safe, they're not going to go to. So if you're not practicing these measures, you ain't going to get no business. It's as simple as that.
Very
easy.
Well, my concern, again, going into my Trumper people. Again, I love Papi Trump. He sent me a check. Papi Trump, please send me a number. Right.
Those Trump dollars. Yes, love them. Love them. Great idea.
But anyway, they got the people out there at the Capitol buildings in the different states out there protesting. Open it up. Oh, this is a hoax. It's not real. But wait a minute. You got the president of the United States. You're wearing the MAGA hats. You're wearing the banners and the flags over. And the guy at the White House was the one that gave the order to and he even said, hey, I'm the one that closed the country. I'm the one that stopped flights. And then these people are going out to the state capitals and whining and complaining about the whole deal. Well, do you love Papi Trump or you not love Papi Trump? Make up your mind. You like the guy, you don't like the guy.
What do you think, Frankie?
Everybody has their own opinion. I myself try and take each and every precaution, especially when going out. Yesterday, Erasmo and I, we went to the thrift store, and he was walking out, and I was like, "Hey, your mask." And it's something that we have to get used to. It's our new reality. What can we tell somebody who doesn't believe this? We have a sitting school board member who is the board president who posts memes saying that, this isn't real. We're giving up our rights because of a hoax. She also, Zach, she also had mentioned how, she had said that just how we got this virus very quickly, it could go away like magic and within a few weeks. So that's the sentiment. And that's the mentality that a lot of people have. And it's hard for us to try and convince them, and we're not going to, that's
right.
Not our job to convince them because they already formed their own narrative. So all we ask is that, you be mindful of others. We understand if you don't want to take care of yourself, but at least think about the elderly and more importantly, the children who have recently been affected a lot a lot more lately.
Wait, you know one of the things that happened when I went to the thrift store, Zach?
What?
I found myself a Frederick Carter painting.
Where'd you
Frederick,
find that?
I found it at the thrift store. A Frederick Carter is a famous, now deceased painter from Texas who painted several monasteries. Did I say that? Monasteries? Monasteries.
Was that an
churches.
original or an oil press?
No,
Like a
it's an
copy?
original painting.
Really? You
Yeah,
sure?
I'm positive. Man, I was freaking out. I paid $5.65 for that thing. That thing. I mean, I don't know. I actually contacted um, a gallery up in Minnesota that handles a lot of Frederick Carter pieces, and I asked them for some help in regards to naming it and maybe even helping me price what I found. But it could be up to a couple thousand dollars.
Well, you know, I found an old potato chip underneath my chair when I was cleaning today, so I feel like the same way.
Almost the same.
I feel almost the same. Yeah, I was excited too when I found it.
The question is, did you eat it? Or did you just?
I'll never tell you. Yeah, we're low on food here, so I was a little desperate.
Frankie's lost. We got
Down the hatch. Yo, Frankie, didn't you have like this wicked beard and your hair was all messed up yesterday? I could have sworn I was scrolling and I saw it. I was gonna stop by and say hi, but I was doing other things.
I was going for the Zach attack look, but Erasmo said, you know what? If you want to continue on the show, you got to get rid of it. So no, I finally manned up and I got a haircut, unfortunately, but I couldn't do anything more with it. I was already. It was time.
You gotta go past a month when you're growing the beard out. You can't just.
I went 2.
Okay, you can't. You have to go past 2 months. Then you have to go past 2 months when you're growing it out. You can't just like stop. It's a progression.
Usually,
it's like a chia pet on your face. You have to take care of it. You have to love it.
Usually, I'll do the no shave November, and then I'll carry it on to Charo days. So that'll be 3 or 4 months that I won't cut it for Charo days. To sport it. But we'll see if we even get a Charo days next year down here.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was in high school, I used to shave my head.
Really?
When I was in high school, and my band director had said, I was thinking about shaving my head, and then I took a look at you, and I thought against it. I changed my mind.
Gee,
that's what Frankie was thinking. Frankie was like, I was going to grow a beard out. Then I saw you, and I said, nah, never mind.
It would be funny if the graduation they gave students sponsored masks. One side the mask logo of the school, and the other side some brand name. Actually, it's kind of funny that you make mention of that because they actually gave guidelines for decorations for the caps, and they're not going to want many decorations for the caps unless you're got this little Bible verse or something. I think that was one of Minerva's things. But someone was asking in regards to my find. Let me tell you, every time I go to the thrift store, I find amazing things. I actually found a Joel Brodsky lithogram of Jim Morrison, a silhouette of Jim Morrison. I mean, there's only 5,000 of those, and this is a signed, numbered Jim Morrison, Joel Brodsky, and I freak out. I mean, I actually have a print up here on my wall. It's I can't remember the chick's name, but I mean that one I have on my wall is like worth like $4,000, and I paid like $6 for it. I mean,
sorry, not to derail the conversation. I just had a thought. Have we talked about mail-in voting yet? Mail-in voting? No.
Not yet. So y'all for mail-in voting?
No, no, not at all.
Well, let me tell you, it's because I'm going to run in November.
Are you now? I had no idea.
I promise you.
I had no idea. I'm glad you're making that announcement now in front of everybody. Yeah,
in front of the world,
letting us know.
No, my thing is, mail-in voting for me would be wonderful as a candidate. Excellent. The more people that come out to vote, the more people that are actually turning in these ballots. For me, it's going to be a great thing. I think it would be disastrous for our electoral system here in not only in the Valley, but the whole country, but especially in the Valley, because we have so much electoral fraud that goes on constantly. And what trips me out is that a lot of we need mail-in voting. What a lot of people don't understand is like, I mean, come on, guys. we got dead people that vote here in Brownsville. You know, we got people that live in Mexico that come and vote in Brownsville. You know, we got people that lived in the 1700s come out and vote here in Brownsville. It wouldn't be a good thing. And you know, and I want to say this, and I might get in trouble, but
You get in trouble? No, I don't believe
I
you.
might here at the. I mean, at the house, you know, I mean, at the house, you know, there's only 3 of us here at the house, but I know for a fact that you know, los primos, los tíos, los abuelitos, and other individuals. I think we have like 7 or 8 registered voters here at the house. Can you imagine if I get 7 or 8 mail-in ballots? I mean, that's 7, 8 votes. They're definitely going to go my way. But what concerns me is,
Yeah,
hey,
so
man,
if you win by 7 or 8 votes, we know what's going on.
I'm in trouble. So what I'm trying to say is, this is just one house. You know, one house. How many of Erasmo houses are all around Brownsville? You know,
Let me ask you. I don't know if you remember what kind of a voting system do y'all have over there? Do you have the like is it a little tablet like we've got in Hidalgo,
ballots.
or is it like the big
ballots.
paper ballots?
Yeah,
Paper.
Really? I'm jealous. Actually, not gonna lie.
I like the
Paper
paper ballots.
ballots. Yeah, me too.
Would not like the electronic. Not down here. As is, I mean, we've had a lot of discussion in regards to the paper ballots down here. I mean, to the point that you know, I don't know if Frankie, if you remember, but when Carlos Cascos ran against John Wood, you know, I think he was up by 50 votes, and then all of a sudden they found a box of votes that hadn't been counted, and everyone was like it all just popped up all of a sudden after he had won by 50 votes. Everyone was tripping out. Like, what the hell?
How convenient, right? Like, where do these come from?
And these are with, you know, paper ballots. Can you imagine,
Yeah.
you know, tablets here in Brownsville or in Cameron County? No, but shut up. Shut up.
No, that's what bugs me about this mail-in voting stance that some people are kind of taking. It's like, dude, people are crowding at the stores, people are crowding at the grocery stores, but you're telling me people can't crowd around the voting booth? Like, are you serious? You know what I mean? And the other thing is at least when it comes to electronic voting that we've got in Hidalgo, I mean, they literally ran a campaign that said these new systems that we spent so much money on, we can use them for curbside voting and mobile voting and blah 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 blah. You know, like just set up the damn thing outside if you really want to. Just set up the voting booths outside and let people do their thing via drive-through or whatever you want. You know, if it's that bad, if you're that much, we don't need to do mail-in ballots. It's an incredibly unstable, inaccurate way of counting a vote. I mean, how many stories did we hear out of Florida?
Oh,
remember recently in recent election years where they were finding mail-in ballots and, you know, trunks of cars and in closets and in warehouses and dumpsters and stuff. Like, come on. Are you serious? I like Jamie's idea. That was my idea that I talked about on my show was extend early voting. Give us like a month for early voting. Tell them election day is not going to happen. You do it during early vote or you don't vote at all. You know what I mean?
As someone that has run for office, let me tell you, it would be murder for the candidates.
Too bad. Sorry.
Murder for the candidates. It's a great idea. Or even if we could do it online, it would be safer. Let me tell you, it would be murder. Because let me tell you, when you're going and you got these 2 weeks of early voting, it's really the weirdest feeling. Have you ever run for office, Zach?
No, and I don't want to. Well, no. Well, I've been a precinct chair, but that doesn't really count because nobody runs for precinct chair. nobody runs for a precinct chair against anybody. You kind of just walk up and take it because nobody wants it.
Nobody wants it anyway. But yeah. my thing is, like, it's really is murder, man. I mean, you just want it to be over. You just really, really want to be over. In all my races, I ran for office 5 different times. Mm-hmm. But all the races, it really is taxing, man, in a really bad way. And you just want it to be over. After the first week, you're just going, I don't care if I win or lose. I just want this to be over. Yeah, I'm done. Finish. Can you imagine 4 weeks? Me muero. I'd have a stroke. And I went through that through all the races except this last one. This last race that I ran and that I won. I actually was very nonchalant about the whole deal. I mean, I think I went to the polls maybe for 3-4 hours, and I still got and still someone took a picture of me falling asleep in the chair at
They still got you.
yeah, still got me. And I only
He's
went
so
like,
hard at work.
I only went for 3 or 4 hours, bro.
Yeah.
And we're like, damn. So it was pretty bad. But it's horrible. It's not a good thing. It's psychologically draining. I mean, if they could make it safe for vote online without hacking or interfering,
Yeah, that's impossible. That's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. The Russians,
no way on earth would that be happening.
now
I had a friend of mine back in 2011 say, "How come we can't all just like tweet our vote and then people will just count that way?" And I go, "That's a worse logistical nightmare than the paper ballot." I'm sorry, dude. I am sorry, man. At least with the paper ballot, you know where it's been and where it's going. You know, there's a little box at the voting location. You just dump the piece of paper in. That's it. You're done. Like the Russians aren't going to fly over here and mess with you know, like I guess South Middle School in Edinburgh. Like they're not going to say, oh, comrade, South Middle School. Yes, that's the place you need to go. Yes, corrupt the vote over there. No, that's not going to happen. You know, like they're not going to come to our little podunk little town and screw with the vote over here over a paper ballot. That's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen. Why are you hated by some, Erasmo? Because I'm handsome and totally not fat.
I love that.
I'll tell you.
Hey, guys.
I'll tell you something that I told a lot of people some time back, Gabriel. That's asking the question. I get a lot of crap thrown my way. You know, like and you know, people don't shoot at the individuals that are below them. They don't shoot at them. You know, they shoot at the people that are up there. They try to pull people down. You know, you don't pull people up. You pull people down. So if you're not hated, you're not doing anything right. Something like that. The man's good with his impressions. Thank you. Or is it me or is it
Gracias,
Zach?
I'll take credit for that one.
Don't go watching Zach shows. I am a nice guy, Gabriel, and you can take me out for coffee any day. No, it's that people are weird. I think a lot of people started to hate me because I would block people on social media, and they're like, "Oh, he blocked me. I hate him." I don't care.
A guy like you, no.
Yeah,
I don't believe that. No.
And then people would like get upset because you know I call them stupid or something. They go like, "Well, you know, you come onto my personal page and you start smoking smack, and then I call you stupid, and you get all offended. Well, then don't come onto my page."
You know, I still say when this COVID thing is over, you and I need to sit in the studio and we need to talk about how this whole Cheeseman thing started. We really need to talk about this.
I promise. But you know, it's kind of a weird day to the Eddie voice. It's kind of a weird deal, but you know, people, you know, the people like, oh, Erasmo blocked me. I hate him because he blocked me. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, because I was calling him out because he's an asshole. And they were like, wait a minute. You don't like me and you want to be on my page? It doesn't make it sense. I'm doing you a favor. You know, if I block you from coming onto my page, then you'll never ever have to see me again. You know? So
I'm helping you. I'm helping you. This is for your own good. Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. Breakfast on Wednesday. Yes. Frankie, make it happen. Guys, you know, if you hate me so much and I block you and then you get more ticked off. And what's funny, Zach, is that all these people that I blocked and that, oh, we hate him. They went and made fake accounts just to come back to come see everything and anything that I was posting and then still complain about it. So, I mean, you got people here in Brownsville that have like 4 or 5 different pages because I blocked them from all the others. And they're still coming back to me. Do the Eddie voice. I'll be in trouble. Hey, Zach, you want to come over for breakfast on Wednesday?
Can I do it from my house?
We'll put a little screen.
I'm not leaving my house, my dude. I'm sorry. I'm barely leaving for an eye appointment that I got on Monday. Like that's the only place I plan on going like the entire week.
Eye appointment
is to go see my eye doctor.
Well, now that you said that you've invited me onto your show, which let me tell you, it's kind of funny because Roman keeps on throwing it in my face. Well, I've been on Zach's show. You haven't.
Well, technically, he hasn't been on my show. No, he hasn't been on my show.
Well, Sergio's show or something.
He was a special guest during our special election. Not special election. It was our what was it? Was it primary or?
No, I think
primaries.
It was some election show that we did.
Yeah, I love Roman.
Yeah, apparently there was a lot of drama behind that. I don't
Ro-
want to get
Ro-
into any of that because I don't know who all the players are, and I don't want to take on any more heat with people I don't know.
I
But
love Rowan. Rowan's cool. Uh, Rowan's a good guy. Good guy. Good guy. He's a good guy. No, este. But yeah,
yeah, when
not,
COVID's over, you and me, dude, we're gonna have a real intimate interview.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
With or without clothes.
Hopefully it's rated PG.
Um, so with clothes.
Preferably, yeah.
Okay. Go now. Now that you mentioned that, now that I've accepted your invitation for a live interview, my question is, how soon do you think that's going to happen? I mean, how soon do you think
That's funny. You're a
how
funny
soon
guy.
we're going to be out there together, being able to do that?
No, I honestly don't know. Because listen, it's a different. The reason I want to do it is because I want to do it right. I don't want to do it over a Zoom call. I want to do it with you in the studio. It's a much different
No,
dynamic when you have the person inside the room.
how long do you think
I
it lasts?
it did look. Let's figure out what happens when winter's over. You know what I mean? Because during the summer is gonna dissipate a lot of the virus. It's still gonna be traveling around, but it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be as bad as when the winter comes and everybody's dripping and sneezing and stuff. Yeah, but we'll get you in. Don't worry about it. I'm still thinking about you. Oh yeah, mainly at night
Finally, someone.
when you're
No,
running the show. When you're running the
I,
show.
I think I think that we're going to have an ounce of normalcy. It's where we'll be able to do stuff like that. My guess is probably like in Novemberish. October, Novemberish. That's when we're going to get closer to it. That's my take. That's my best guess.
Like, think about how weather's gonna be like in July. When we're back at 113, 115 degrees, how few cases we're gonna have.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be humid as hell. It's gonna be hot.
So no clothes.
We're gonna be more worried about. Oh yeah, baby, that's right. I'll bring the butter and the baby oil. Yeah.
Butter. You had me at butter.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll see how few cases we have in July with all these people. It's gonna be nuts. But I guarantee you, when the temperatures start going down again, if they start going down again, uh, that's when we're gonna start seeing the spike. I can already feel it.
Second wave, the tsunami.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Octoberish is going to be a good time for us. Summer here lasts all the way till like November. I mean, November, I'm still wearing my thong out there at South Padre Island. So so I don't think I don't think it's going to cool down here at any time soon. And I think we might. I think this is just my take. We're probably going to get that second wave like in Christmas time, when everyone's after Thanksgiving stuff and everything else, and
People are meeting each other. Yeah.
and hugging, kissing, and doing that.
Actually, I'm waiting to see the numbers 2 weeks from now, or no, is it a weekend now, or maybe 2 weeks from now, because of Mother's Day weekend.
Yes.
Did you notice the border bridge wait times, an hour and a half, 2 hours over that weekend? People were trying to come over and stuff, and we had just opened everything up. I'm still waiting to see those numbers.
We saw the pictures, bro. The pictures were horrible. I mean, people like bunches of people out there, waiting to cross over, walking across. It's not a good thing. I mean, it's not a good thing at all. So I don't think we're going to get out of it anytime soon.
Oh Lord, that's right. She's mentioning flu season. Holy cow. Flu season and COVID season. Oh no.
This is Mimi's.
Mimi's?
She's excited about being included.
Oh, you're gonna bring her? You're gonna bring her along?
For the show? Nah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
doesn't. She doesn't go out of the house. She's
like me.
Yeah. She's a cat.
Yeah.
Frankie, anything else that we need to talk about?
No,
Yeah,
again,
I gotta go take a shower after being here. I have to go take a shower.
Cameron County is at 600 positives. We did get a large amount of cases this evening. So again, we are seeing a steady increase in positive tests. Dr. Eder Hernandez did post that he is continuing to get positive exams at his area that he's
It's not stopping.
that he's administering. So again, when will this stop? Mother's Day was around, Easter, graduation's coming up. It seems like there's no end in sight.
Nope.
Again, this morning there was a fire at the island. There was a news media report that the loss is estimated to be $7 million, which to me is lowballing the value of the condominiums. But again, we also don't know the cause. They have said that it was because of
Lightning strike.
thunder, lightning strike.
Yeah,
But
that was-
there is going to be an investigation into that to see what really transpired. So all in all, it was an eventful Saturday.
Oh Lord.
Great for to have Zach on. Hopefully, we can do it again sometime this week, Zach, if you're available.
You don't know what it was like this morning for me having to do coverage of the freaking severe thunderstorm, and then there's a fire in South Padre, and then we got COVID numbers here, and then for 2 hours I'm kind of like boomeranging everything. It was literally where caffeine meets adrenaline. I was just a ball of nerves this morning doing my morning show. And having to deal because you have the show, you have an idea of what you're going to do. Like you guys, what you do for Brownsville Talk, you have an idea of what you're going to talk about. But when there's this huge, severe thunder, when you have a huge, severe thunderstorm rolling across the valley, you got to take care of the weather. And then suddenly, breaking news: there's a huge fire at South Padre Island, and it's not like a little fire; it's huge. You all saw those videos, right?
Yes,
that was incredible. It looked like B-roll from Iraq. Like it was bad. Like somebody had bombed it. It was crazy stuff.
Well, one of the things that I saw, and again, I'm when I saw some of the pictures out there about what was going on at the island, one thing that came to my mind, it's kind of weird, maybe, is 9/11. When the pictures with the smokestacks going and were. I mean, from far away, I just thought of 9/11 and our mini 9/11, and then I remembered that right after 9/11, wasn't it 9/15 that we had that bridge break,
the causeway,
the causeway, and we thought that was terrorism too,
yeah, I was freaking out.
Freaking out. I mean, it just brought a bunch of different little memories, things to mind. I don't think it was lightning. I don't
think so either.
It doesn't look like lightning. I mean, I don't know. I might be full of crap.
Well, gentlemen, I gotta get going. I gotta work out. And yes, the Cult of Cantu on Facebook Live. That's right. Oscar's a member of the Cult of Cantu. Copping the Cantu attitude. That's right.
You're famous, bro.
I'm famous. Well, honestly, listen, our show has been growing. Views from the 956, Saturdays 9 to 11 on KURV, 710 KURV on the AM dial or Facebook, or we have an app, Radio Pod of Me. But we've been growing for the past 2 months. We've been the most watched show on our Facebook page for 9 weeks, and it's just incredible stuff. So the cult is growing. It's not very big, but it's growing. That's for sure. But it's nothing like what you got, dear Erasmo. Holy cow. I wish I had your numbers.
But because I'm handsome and totally not fat.
Totally not fat.
Guys, thank you. Guys, for Zach, thanks for being on. Appreciate y'all. Love you all. Guys, thank you all so much for being patient with us throughout this Saturday evening and for being here. And we'll be back tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. And again, starting the week. God bless. Take care and be good to each other, especially me.